every Wednesday only on Central Valley Today. We are welcoming you to the world of wine with our weekly series, Wine Oh, where Central Valley Today's Monique Soltani hits up the hottest restaurants in the Central Valley. So sit back, relax, and uncork your mind to the world of wine.
If your wine knowledge doesn't go beyond red with steak and white with fish, then we're opening up your eyes and your palate to a brand new way to wine and dine. Our first edition of Wino brings us to the chef's table in the Fig Garden Village, where it's wine country comfortable from the inside and out. And today I'm thrilled to introduce you to Executive Chef Malachi Harlan.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Chef Malachi, and Cellar Director Steve Kellenberger.
How you doing?
Great. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us. And I'm really excited today because we are talking about pairing the perfect meal with the perfect wine, and it doesn't just have to be one wine. So, Chef Malachi, tell us about this entree that you prepared.
What we've prepared here is a really delicious ahi tuna steak that we've blackened. We're serving it with a roasted vegetable and potato hash, and we're just going to top it with a lemon caper brown butter sauce just over the top, and we're going to garnish it with a little freshly chopped parsley.
Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Now, what makes this blackened, Chef Malachi?
We use a combination of Cajun spices, including about 3 different types of peppers, chili powder, some fresh herbs, and we sear it in a cast iron skillet to form the blackened crust.
And it's good to go. And you know what I'm excited about right now? Because typically when someone thinks tuna or fish, they think white wine. But today we're going to show you how you can prepare this meal perfectly with all kinds of wines, and they're not all white. Steve has hand-selected 3 wines that will pair perfectly with this blackened ahi tuna steak. Steve, this is so fun. 3 wines, 1 tuna steak. Where do we start?
We start right here with this Viognier called the White Knight. It's from Clarksburg, 2006 vintage. Then we move on to the Domaine Alfred Pinot Noir from Edna Valley. It's the Chamboisal Vineyard, 2005. And the last one is the Michael David Petit they call it, but it's a blend of Petit Syrah and Petit Verdot, and it's a 2005 vintage from Lodi. Really? And what makes these all work with this, all different wines, we have a fairly light white, a medium red-bodied wine, and a big, rich, round red, is that they all have fruit that doesn't have penetrating acid at the same time. Because when you have acid and spice, which this one does, they have a tendency to double it. You know, a little synergy and you get a lot of spice. So you ruin the wine and you ruin the food. So, but these all have the fruit. So,
so Steve, the idea here, I just want to make sure I'm getting this and everyone at home's getting this.
Right.
So we're not exactly matching color. So it's not, you know, white fish with white wine. We're matching flavor. Is that right?
We're matching flavors. Exactly right.
Okay, Steve, let's start our first pairing with a Viognier.
Okay. We'll take a little bite.
Okay. And what should I be looking out for?
Okay, and you're looking for your spice, that, you know, cayenne pepper and so forth, a little bit of salt, and then take a little sip here, and notice that floral apricot-y nose that you have, and then in the mouth, it's going to be kind of a richer, round. You still have the fruit that's going on there, and just a little bit of acidity that's kind of softening away with the bite of food.
Oh, that is so good. It's so interesting how you can try one separate, and then you can have the wine separate, but then together, it's a whole new level of excellence.
Right. Well, and now we're going to find, and once we move on to the medium-bodied red here, is that the fish is going to taste different because it's with this wine.
Okay.
Okay, we have some cherry fruit, a little bit of spice, medium body there, and this fruit is going to go around that spice just as well.
It does. It really brings out the flavors. It's funny when you're eating, you're drinking, sometimes you're just drinking, but you're not really thinking. But when you take the time to really take a bite of the food and put it with the wine, it brings out a whole new experience.
Absolutely. It's a different experience. It's a playground.
You're really going to have to sell me on Petit Syrah, I got to say.
Okay, now
the Petit, the mini.
The Petit, the mini.
The mini.
Now this one is the biggest, richest wine of them all.
Okay, and that's still going to be okay.
And it's still going to be okay. It has big, round blackberry fruit, or black fruit, you might say. And it's going to do the same thing that the Pinot Noir did, but only more so.
Okay.
Okay, and it's going to probably take away more of the spice. You'll have less spice in it, and you'll have more fruit.
So that would be great for someone who doesn't like really spicy foods. And while I taste this, why don't you tell us a little bit about the concept here at the chef's table before we finish up?
The chef's table is wine country comfortable, as we've said before. We want people to come in, have a great time, find some great food, find some wines to go with them, and walk away feeling like they were in good hands, and we became friends almost.
Well, I feel like I'm friends with the two of you, I gotta say that. And you sold me on the Petit Syrah, Petit Verdot. Gentlemen, thank you so much. This has been so much fun. I can't thank you enough. We're gonna have to do this once a month.
Okay.
Can we shake on it?
I'll come back.
All right, Alex, you got this. We shook on it once a month at the chef's table. Maybe you and I will have dinner or something. Who knows?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, hey, that sounds like a plan to me.